We begin with several rivers in our region seeing flooding conditions, and that includes the Snoqualmie River. Fox 13 has team coverage tonight with meteorologist Claire Anderson standing by in the Fox 13 Weather Center. But let's begin with Fox 13's Frankie Thompson joining us live from Carnation with the latest.
Yeah, Sabira, behind me you can see the Snoqualmie River is swollen from all of the snow melt and soaking rains we've had recently. But as high as this water is and continues to rise, the locals here don't seem to be too worried about it. There may be flooding concerns on the edge of Carnation. But for the people of this small city,
only bacon, cheddar, and lettuce.
It's just a typical day living along the Snoqualmie River.
I feel like it's kind of another month of the winter here in Carnation.
Allie Moore has lived here 25 years and says she's gotten used to floodwaters covering the roads and fields.
My parents live in the floodplain, so we're absolutely used to it here. Nothing new for us.
While she says this flood feels like familiar territory, many neighbors say the catastrophic flood in December is still fresh on their mind. The Snoqualmie reached the highest level it's seen since 2009. One local was inches away from potentially losing everything in those high waters.
It's a very, very powerful river. And to be isolated as an island, surrounded by the river, you feel so tiny. And at the same time, this town, Carnation, as well as Duval, both became islands.
That may not be in the forecast this time around, but the snow melt and soaking rains will cause the river to continue rising. But neighbors say that's not the worst part about this weather event.
There's too much traffic on this road because they can't use the main roads.
It definitely affects the traffic in and out. So for the people who work outside of the valley, they unfortunately have to experience long delays, which I can imagine is really frustrating.
And as you just saw, there's traffic because there are a few roads here that are underwater because of these conditions. So city officials and first responders are urging people in this community to obey those road closed signs, find a way around, and avoid those flooded roads at all costs so you can avoid getting stuck or in an emergency. Reporting live in Carnation, Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.
Frankie, thank you. Many in our area are still recovering from the flooding in December of last year. Right now, the U.S. Small Business Administration is offering assistance for people that still need disaster recovery loans. The SBA will be available in Snohomish and Sultan from now until April 3rd. In Pierce County, SBA Recovery Help is available until 7 o'clock tonight at the South Prairie Fire Hall on State Route 162. There's also help available online. Just search lending.sba.gov and type in disaster Washington. We'll put that link on fox13seattle.com. Let's turn now to meteorologist Claire Anderson for the latest conditions tonight. Claire?
As we look outside, we are still under flood watches for all of the western Washington Cascades, King County through Whatcom. It's been there now for several days, as well as out towards Mason County. Flood warning still in effect for Snoqualmie River and Snohomish River. Now, some of our rivers have crested, and some are going to crest later tonight, but then potentially even into Friday and even Saturday. So let's take a look, of course, Snoqualmie near Carnation. It did crest earlier today at 6 a.m. at moderate flood stage. It is looking to crest again. It's going down back up Saturday morning only at minor, so that's good news. Tolt near Carnation tomorrow morning cresting at minor, 11 a.m. there. Snohomish going down. It crested earlier today and then cresting again Saturday, 11 a.m. at minor. But what we're watching here again now, another river, Skagit River near Concrete and Mount Vernon. Near Concrete, a little bit further up into the mountains, into the foothills, cresting 11 p.m. tomorrow night, and then Saturday morning near Mount Vernon could get near flood stage. I mean, we're talking only a few hundredths of an inch there between moderate to major flood stage. So this is Skagit at Mount Vernon Saturday morning. Now, plenty of rain continues this afternoon as well as into tomorrow. Plenty of showers, especially the South Sound today. A little bit of dry pockets there, some rain shadowing over Seattle northward. But of course, the atmospheric river still in place. We have been seeing this since the beginning of the week, just this flow of moisture coming off the Pacific, stretching all the way down through Hawaii, bringing those mild temperatures all the way into the Pacific Northwest, with rainfall totals now over half an inch for Olympia, Hoquiam, as well as Shelton. Bremerton getting that rain shadow there About 1/3 of an inch for SeaTac, almost 1/2 an inch for Tacoma, and 1/3 for JBLM, 1/4 of an inch up towards Bellingham, almost 1/2 an inch for Arlington. Wind still breezy out there this afternoon, gusts around 30 miles per hour, Whidbey Island, gusty in Wenatchee as well. Those breezy winds do continue this evening into tomorrow. And looking at our futurecast temperature-wise, we're going to stay very mild this evening as well as tomorrow, mid-50s. Moving forward for the rest of tonight, more rain, especially the South Sound. That continues right into our Friday. Wet conditions to start the day. Temperatures overnight with the rain, low 50s. Similar story for Friday, slightly drier for the weekend.